Hello, everyone. We are at camp. Let's catch up with talking to folks.
It speaks.
I have some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
Are those crystals in your skin?
I like to think of them as accessories.
Do all golems have them?
I suspect that it is an art that was practiced when golems were more, commonplace. My former master collected whatever lore he could find on the subject. He searched far and wide to collect what crystals he could and then added them. It is not an unpleasant sensation.
So they're decoration?
As I understand it, the crystals allow me to alter the flow of magic around me. Wilhelm had hoped to turn me into a battery of mana, something he could tap at will.
Did he succeed?
Not really, although now that I think of it, these attempts may be what caused my disruption. Some of the crystals increase the presence of mana, some absorb or reflect spells. There are various kinds. All I can promise is that should it ever find one of these crystals, I can likely tell it the function and what it would do if added to me.
Would you be willing to have more added?
Why not? I don't get to wear clothing and other adornments like the rest of you creatures after all. That answers its question, I assume? Unless it has more.
No more questions.
Better to save them for the next random stranger it decides to interrogate. Let us leave now.
All right, let me give out gifts if I have any. Small gold bar for Zebron.
I shall treasure it. Thank you.
Necklace for Morgan.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
Let's see. Stanzev. Oh. Okay. All right, I'm going to hold on to those for now. Morgan, I'm not going to speak to until or unless I do a quest. Let me just do a bit of herbalism right there. Okay.
You called. As you wish.
Yeah, I also have the quest from him, so he's not going to say much right now. That's unusual. Oh, no, not really. Okay, we'll speak to him.
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
Do you need anything?
There are always areas to improve on, Grey Warden. The most useful for my talents are runes.
So, there are crates here to supply. Right now, there's a mage emissary. We could give the mages extra runes, but we don't have any extra runes right now.
Something I can help with?
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
You're a traveling minstrel. Do you have any tales to share?
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Tell me about Darkspawn.
Chantry law says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In ages past, the mages of the Tevinder Imperium ruled much of the world we know. In their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin, and it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it forever. The Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris.
Know any stories from Orlais?
Of course, Orlesians enjoy telling stories. I shall tell you my favorite tale of Aveline, the Knight of Orlais.
Go ahead.
A long time ago, a girl child was born to a farmer. He had hoped for a son, not a daughter, and so he told his wife to abandon the child in the woods. Before the cold could claim her, the baby was found by a tribe of Dalish elves who took pity on the poor mewling thing and raised her as their own. Aveline, for that is what they called her, grew strong and quick and clever under the guidance of the elves. She learned to wield the sword as well as any man, could kill a deer with an arrow at 100 paces, and was as graceful on the back of a horse as she was on foot.
Continue, please.
Aveline's Dalish guardians saw that she could easily best any Orlesian chevalier in battle, and wanted to show the cruel humans the child they had left to die. They bestowed upon her a fine horse and armor, and sent her to prove herself to her people in the grand tourney. Now in those days, no woman was allowed to take up arms, let alone compete in the grand tourney, but Aveline kept her helmet on and was not discovered.
Go on.
Aveline won many events and gained the approval of the adoring crowd. Eventually, she came face to face with the knight Kaleva in the grand melee. Aveline had already bested him in the joust, and Kaleva was determined not to lose a second time. Out of desperation to regain his honor, Kaleva tripped Aveline and tossed her to the ground, ripping off her helmet as he did so. Silence fell upon the arena as Aveline was revealed. Kaleva declared the previous competitions invalid. A woman had taken part, and this was not allowed. But the crowd cheered for Aveline. Kaleva was furious, for he had lost to a woman and was now being shamed. Blinded by his rage, he forced Aveline to her knees. "Know your place, woman," cried he, and slit her throat.
That's terrible.
The son of the king, Prince Freyan, was present. He recognized Aveline's skill and bravery and began to see the injustice done to the women in his land. When he was made king, he rewrote the laws of Orlais so that women could also become chevalier. He honored Aveline and knighted her after her death, and to this day, any female who is knighted reveres Aveline the Brave, for she is the patron of all women chevalier.
So Wynn has had some runes added to a new staff, which looks like a giant sword.
So, tell me, how did you become a Grey Warden?
Arhal massacred my family. Duncan helped me escape.
Arl Rendon Howe? The Earl of Amaranthine? Why would he do such a thing to you?
I'm the daughter of Bryce Cousland, Terran of Highever.
You are the last of the Couslands? I had no idea. My lady?
Don't. I'm just a Grey Warden now.
Yes, I suppose so. You can no longer have a title, can you? But that does not mean you must forget utterly where you came from. Take heart, dear friend. You survived, even when you were not expected to. We do not know yet what lies in store for you, or the name you carry. It is not so bad, is it, being a Grey Warden?
I'll do my duty, but I won't forget what Howe did.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to, that it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be.
I would not encourage that point of view.
Here I am.
Care to answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
What does it take to become an assassin?
Well, the Crows would have you believe that it is an involved process that takes years of training, the sort that tests both your resolve and your endurance. Survive that process and maybe, just maybe, you're good enough to start being considered one of them. But quite frankly, the truth is that all it requires is a desire to kill people for a living. It's surprising how well one can do in such a field.
It doesn't take any special skill.
I don't know about that. It's simply a slightly different skill set from your average killer as I see it. An assassin simply specializes in striking from stealth, and in maximizing that first attack to be as lethal as possible. Debilitate your foe, either by poison or by crippling their limbs, makes any follow-up combat you need to engage in that much simpler.
You always use poison then?
I do. It is not something inherent in an assassin's skills, however, merely something complementary. Of course, the Crows like to pretend that their abilities are trade secrets, shrouded in shadows and wrapped in a blanket of mystery. So let's just keep this between you and me, shall we?
At your service.
I'd like to discuss something private.
Well, we're in camp. Now's as good a time as any to talk, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to...
Fair enough. Off we go
I'm
then.
not going to do, I'm just
At
going to
your
ask
service.
general questions.
Of course.
There is, so I could ask him to join me in my tent, but I'm going to wait for something else to happen. Tell me about the Grey Wardens.
Such as they are.
Oh,
About the Grey Wardens,
yeah,
anyhow.
some of these questions I'm not going to
Fair
ask.
enough. At your service. Of course.
Why have you remained a Templar if you hate the Chantry?
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
No, I don't think I've ever seen you wear it.
I keep it hidden under my pillow. Sometimes I'll take it out just so I can hug it fondly and remember the good old days. Brings a tear to the eyes, you know.
And what's the real reason?
You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
I do want to know, yes.
Poke, poke, poke. Tell me everything about your life, Alistair. All right, if you insist. It's not like we have anything better to do, right? The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Al-Eamon had cast me off, unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it.
What did you enjoy about the training?
The education, mostly, but also the discipline. You need to have a disciplined mind in order to use the abilities we have. It was difficult, but rewarding. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful for when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
I guess my home is with the Grey Wardens now. With you.
Really? I guess I like the sound of that. We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come when we'll have to think about having a real home again. Though that seems like a far ways off. And I suppose the Grey Wardens are gone for good, either way.
They can be rebuilt.
I suppose you're right. We can create new Grey Wardens, but we'll never get back those we lost. I wonder if it would ever feel the same. Anyhow, now I've sidetracked us. We'd better get back to what we're supposed to be doing right now.
Trying to find a way through the earth, are we? It's going to take some time, you know. Well, good luck with that then. Okay. I'm gonna go do Return to Ostagar. Just, I mean, it's incredibly uninspiring. Don't expect much. I'm gonna keep
Indeed.
Leliana with me for a little while. I want her random encounter
Yes.
and win. Or her
Yes.
random encounter. So I know Morgan wants me to confront Flemeth. Yeah, that's gonna be its own thing. Interesting. I don't see that I can return to Ostagar. Interesting. Ostagar. Oh, okay. There's a, yeah, Ban Loren's lands here would start that. Alright. Okay. You know, I'm just going to do Flemeth's hut right now. Morgan wants me to kill her. And I have reasons for doing what I'm gonna do. Oh, okay, this is
Do you really want woman? I never got this far.
Very well. Now we go into battle.
It shall be done.
Oh, wow, Alistair is down.
Away with you. Back.
Okay, I'm going to
Come and get it.
revive. Where is... I don't know where he is. No. That is a wild staff. Okay, so I need to... Okay, yeah, I can't even target Alistair. Is that... There's my boy. Okay.
I am armed. Look there, a cunning trap. It's a trap.
It shall be done.
Let's grab some glory! A bit more dying, please!
Oh, I fell.
Were you all right?
For a moment there, I thought it was all over.
You need rest, that's all.
I will explain everything when we are back at camp. Now is not the time.
Okay, so that is Wynn's random encounter. That will unlock her specialty for the account once we get to it. But, so I have my own reasons for not killing Flemeth. It's not that she's too hard to kill. It's reasons that overarch several games, and there's enough justification in this game to explain it. She saved my life. She definitely saved my life in this game. She saved Alistair's life. She risked herself. And for that, and for the fact that I personally, and this character, does not like Morrigan, we're going to go a different path.
And so you return. Lovely Morrigan has at last found someone willing to dance to her tune. Such enchanting music she plays, wouldn't you say?
I've come to talk, nothing more.
Oh, how interesting. Speak, then. You have come far, and I am nothing if not hospitable.
Is it true you intend to take Morrigan's body?
Oh, I do like that. Ah, but it is an old, old story. One that Flemeth has heard before, and even told. Let us skip right to the ending, shall we? Do you slay the old wretch as Morrigan bids, or does the tale take a different turn?
What do you propose?
Morrigan wishes my grimoire? Take it as a trophy. Tell her I am slain.
And what happens to you?
I go. Perhaps I surprise Morrigan one day. Or I may simply watch. It would be interesting to see what she does with her freedom. Enlightening, even. Would you give an old woman that?
I could do that.
It's far easier this way, don't you think? The lies are always more fun.
Yes, fun. Tricking Morgan. Oh, who am I kidding? That does sound fun. I'm a bad man.
Not killing Morrigan's mother. That is the more noble choice, right? Right?
A tangled web you weave, Warden. I hope it's for good cause.
The book is inside the hut, with notes and spells enough to make even Morrigan blush with delight. You and I will not meet again. That I guarantee.
Okay. So Leliana and Wynn disapprove of this, and I don't care. I have my reasons. Some of which I probably will explain by the end of Inquisition.
I shall do it.
Okay. Robes of Possession, Lucky Stone, Flemeth's Grimoire, and an Alistair doll. So you can give that to Morrigan. A little voodoo doll of Alistair. Okay, they disapprove. You can come to your own conclusions. You can play the game. This is my canon for meta reasons, and also for the fact that I usually play a noble creature who would consider that she has to repay a debt. Morrigan did not save her life. Flemeth saved the treaties and her life. Okay, so let's go back to camp and speak to Wynn.
I think I owe you an explanation for what happened earlier.
Yes, you had me quite worried.
You should know that something happened to me at the tower before you came along. Remember my apprentice, Petra? She encountered a demon in the tower. It would have killed her had I not intervened. I saved her life that day, but I did not survive that encounter with the demon.
This case of death is taking a while to kick in then.
Let me explain fully. I engaged a very powerful demon to rescue Petra. It sapped me of all my energy and will and left me drained. It took everything I had to defeat it. And when I was done, I no longer had the strength to keep my heart beating. I remember my life ebbing away. Everything receded from me. Sound, light. I remember being enveloped in complete, impenetrable darkness. And then I sensed a presence enfolding me and cradling me, whispering quietly to me. The sensation is impossible to describe. I was being held back, firmly but gently, as a mother would a child, eager to slip from her grasp. I felt life and warmth flowing through my veins again. I began to be aware of small sounds and the discomfort of my hip pressing into the cold stone of the tower floor.
So, you're alive? What's the problem?
The Fade contains spirits both benevolent and malicious. The benevolent spirits seldom make themselves known, because they want nothing from mortals, unlike the demons. It was one of these spirits that saved me. Without it, I would be dead. And it has not left me. It is with me, even now, bonded to me. You see, I am supposed to be dead. It is the spirit that is keeping me in this world. And this is not the way of things. Perhaps the spirit did not expect this, but it is weakening gradually. I am living on borrowed time.
Then we can make the best of that time.
Yes, that we will.
You have returned from the wilds, alive. What news have you?
Flemeth is dead. You're free.
Dead. You actually managed it? I barely dared to hope 'twas even possible. And the real grimoire, did you find it?
Yes, here it is.
And so here it is. Fantastic. And thank you for helping me. No one has ever... Thank you.
You're welcome.
We are hopefully free of any further pressing obligations involving my protection. Let us return to the road, shall we?
Okay. So that is two people. Hey, baby. I always have to pet him. Hey, sweetheart. Love you. Okay. I believe return to Ostagar is Ban Loren's land.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Go here. Take a closer look at the unarmed man. You're surprised to recognize the uniform of King Kaelin's honor guard. A memory comes to you. You fought alongside this man at Ostagar. Take a closer look at the guards. Guards wear the uniform of Ban Loren, a minor lord well known and little loved for the fluidity of his allegiance. Join the fray.
Strike.
Now we do battle! Blast! By the Maker!
Right there!
You should run while you can. Defend yourself! as you say.
You forced our hand.
Enough.
I suppose violence is a solution. Sometimes.
Up close, the man's face is unmistakable. Remember him as Elric Moraine, a member of Caelin's honor guard at Ostagar and a close confidant of the king.
Thank you. I didn't expect the band's men to notice my escape so quickly. I tried to hide here in the woods, but there wasn't time. And now I'm a dead man.
Tried to help.
You were there in Ostagar. You know how things went. For me, it was either this, or die in some darkspawn's belly, or be hung as a deserter.
I recognize your face.
You were there with the Grey Wardens, one of Duncan's new recruits. I was to guard the king. He was my friend, understand? Maker. All that time in Ban Loren's prison. And I couldn't stop thinking about all they suffered that one dark night at Ostagar.
It's not your fault they died.
I know. Even had Logain's men not turned their backs on us, the Darkspawn were too many. Even Caelin, for all his bravado, knew there would be no victory at Ostagar. The king entrusted me with the key to the royal arms chest. If anything were to happen to him, he said, it was vital I deliver it to the Wardens.
You still have his key?
The Maker has a sense of humour, doesn't he? I suppose it's for the best, however. Had I kept it, it would be in Ban Loren's hands by now.
But you said Caelin entrusted it to you.
I was afraid. I thought I would lose it on the battlefield, so I stashed it in the camp. Please, it's probably still there.
Where?
The key's behind a loose stone at the base of a statue. I'll draw a map for you, so you'll know where to search.
You'll be taking me along, won't you? Call me sentimental, but I left behind some dark spawn that really deserve a sword through the middle.
The events at Ostagar still haunt my thoughts, Warden. If that is where we are headed, I would like to accompany you.
It is vital that the king's documents do not fall into the wrong hands. As for Marik's sword, it is too powerful to be pawed at by those monsters. Same for the king's other arms and armor. And if you happen to find Caelin's body, see it off. He was our king. He shouldn't be left to rot amidst the Darkspawn's filth.
Okay. This is, not a great, not a great, DLC, so to compare, there's this, and then, I mean, Shale is, I would say, one of the best DLCs ever. My two favorite DLCs for BioWare games, or for any game, is Mass Effect Citadel and Shale. Okay, 40 is about as high as stats really need to go. Beyond that, I can bump up my lower stats. So you see now I have Ranger and Duelist locked. Although I am only a Ranger at the moment, now I can summon a bear. So, since Wynne and Alistair were at Ostagar, it makes most sense for me to take them. Leliana's kind of along for the ride. Although I love Shale, I need to trigger Leliana's travel. Special encounter.
You forced our hand.
Oh no, you don't!
So they're just essentially recycling the old map.
Something about returning here makes me feel old, Win.
And what exactly are you implying, Alistair?
What? What? Nothing. No, I just thought...
You just thought I might be an expert at feeling old and could share some sage advice.
I just mean that I was a different person then. I believed him, you know? That it would be a glorious battle, that we'd win.
I did too. We were all a little bit younger the last time we were here.
Well, not you. You've always been old.
With lips like that, son, you'll be lucky if you live to be half my age.
Okay. Yeah. So there are a couple of stages here. Mostly it's just a place to stash a bunch of loot, which is okay. The story just isn't, I mean, you're just coming back and
I shall do it.
picking up the king's stuff. What really bothers me is, you know, for them to say, "Oh, you know, you knew we'd lose." Well, why? Ravens. It doesn't seem that way. They want to make him seem like some great king, when the reality is he was betrayed, entirely unprepared, arrogant.
I'll try to be merciful.
Okay.
What's the matter, Alistair?
I don't know, it just feels wrong to find this here. Poured over by dark spawn and thick with their rot. It was his.
I know, I feel it too. But he is not the first king to ever fall in battle, or even the first to fall to the Darkspawn.
Yes, but this wound cuts deeper.
And it will bleed longer. But we must keep moving. No doubt the Darkspawn are eager to give us plenty more reasons to mourn.
So yeah, the real thing was that Kalen was an idiot. Relative idiot in terms of being completely uninformed about the betrayal of his general and his wife. So here's the joining chalice. He got his army wiped out, and I don't know why I'm supposed to revere the man, other than to think he was a dumbass who got people killed.
Down you go!
We must fight!
So you can see I can shoot from very far away. But I need to get closer or nobody notices that I'm fighting them. Except for my bear.
I will fight if I must. It shall be done. I shall do it.
Let's make this quick!
All right, let's go!
Very well.
So, here is Elric's buried key. Key to the Royal Arms chest. Oh, I thought I had that key and that I already did it, but okay. So, Darkspawn Forge. I don't see that. It says I can. Okay, the interaction spot is down here.
As you
Darkspawn
say,
have fastened crude spikes in a corrupted hollow skull to the simple blacksmith's forge that you remember.
it is begun.
As if turning it into an idol of worship.
Very well.
Okay.
Missed! Here comes trouble! I never liked this part.
Let's have at it! Take that!
To preserve us.
Must have victory.
You asked for it!
I'll try to be merciful. Without fighting. You should run while you can.
No, you first. I tried to be polite to grandmothers.
Know you first. I tried to be polite to grandmothers. Okay, so I'm gonna get him up to 40. Perfect striking. Okay. I'm going to set up Alistair's tactics a bit more. Condition, enemy, attacking the main character, usability, perfect striking. Move that up a bit higher. So I'm also going to add enemy, attacking main character, just a regular attack. Just so that he's on whatever I'm fighting, even if it's far away. Oh, you know, he should have been already. Alright. That's a redundant one at short range. Attack, shield, batch, taunt. Okay. Okay. Kalen's chest. Merrick's blade. In the secret correspondence, a bundle of documents comprised mostly of private correspondence to and from King Kalen.
So it's true. He had convinced the forces of Orlais to ally against the Darkspawn.
Empress Celine was merely awaiting his response.
A response that never came, and now never will, thanks to Loghain's treachery.
Never is a long time, Alistair. Give it time, and let cooler heads prevail. There will be peace between us yet.
Well, I hope you live to see it, Wyn.
And I hope the Darkspawn don't.
Okay, I believe with the modded stuff, Alistair already really has some pretty good stuff. Merrick's blade. Oh, Blightblood's pretty good. Merrick's blade 9. This is 9. $9.8. Okay, this is damage against Darkspawn. Right. Merrick's blade is actually better. And it isn't enchanted, but I'm going to give it to him now and then redo the enchantments later. Blightblood is very nice. Okay. Kaelin's greaves are better. Kaelin's shield is not better. So we'll go back. I can go back to camp and re-enchant his stuff.
There, more of the fiends ahead.
All right, let's go!
As you say.
You really wish to be beaten by an old woman? There is no glory in bloodshed. Watch out! Here comes trouble.
Oh, I am far too old for this.
Heater gloves. Yeah. It's not as good. Let's see if Leliana can use them. Nope. Not as good though as what we already have.
Look there, a cunning trap.
Okay.
Blast it!
Not allowed.
Let's have at it!
Oh, you got
For the Grey Warden! Is that the best you've got?
You must have victory.
So this is a good, I mean, this is a good group also. Leliana and Wynn doing ranged damage. Okay. Okay. Oh, Duncan's fire. The
It shall
dark
be
spawn
done.
have done their best to defile the bonfire where Duncan kept his nightly watch. Perhaps they still sense something of his power. It's, you know, that's ridiculous. Okay. How do we get out of here? Oh, dead Mabari. I'm sorry, guys. You didn't deserve this.
It is begun. Very well.
Hmm. Okay, so we can't go out across the bridge. Alright. Yeah, there are... Let's see. Is it this way? Okay, this way.
Dark spawn.
It's nothing but excitement.
Just die already!
By the Maker. Come, let us end this.
It is begun.
Good. Another down.
So it is an odd moment also to have them standing in front of Kaelin and have them imagine or see what happened to them, what happened to him, which they don't know because they were not there. So it's for the player, but this is very awkward.
Forgive us, my king. Once we flushed the dark spawn from their holes and bought ourselves some time, we'll be back to see you to the Maker.
The dark spawn have sensed us.
It shall be done.
Maker preserve us.
Wait, we should search the bodies. I saw something back there that might have been Kaelin's.
Back where? Back where, my friend? Okay, I don't know.
Very well.
Now you fall! Be careful!
It's a trick.
Come, let us end this. Is that all you've got?
My bear.
Blinding after all. Very well.
Okay. Wind needs lots of magic for the while. Passive Arcane Mastery. Permanent bonus to Arcane Bolt and Arcane Shield. Okay.
As you say.
Okay, Genlock Necromancer up over here that has Kaelin's possessions. There we go. Okay. Yeah.
More fools they. Oh! Oh! Ah!
Very well.
Okay. I'm gonna redo Alistair's tactics again. Enemy. So the hero. No. Yeah, this. Enemy. Target of party. Target of main character. Okay, that's good. So he should be attacking what I'm attacking. And attacking things that are attacking me in order. Okay, that's good. Because the ranged guys, I'm usually targeting a yellow. See that Hurlock General? They should go first.
Away with you!
Go down! Down you go!
There is no glory in bloodshed.
I've defeated one.
Defend yourself!
A bit more dying, please.
Come, let us end this. Watch out!
It is
Okay,
begun.
that's good. That's
I
how to
never
do
liked this part.
it. Shrieks.
Very well.
And that's two! Let's make this quick!
Make her be praised.
Okay, so I'm gonna change Liliana and so Liliana enemy target hero no enemy target of main character attack. So do that. Let's see. So she's activating Song of Courage. Crippling shot. Let's see if she's got enemy. Target of main character. Usability. Pinning shot. Enemy. Target of party. Target of main character. Ability. Shattering shot. Okay, so she could just cycle through those. And then we can go at attacking main character or at short range. Cool. When I usually don't want her to do a ton. Cora. Alright, and enemy. Target of main character. I'm just gonna set that as attack. She can use her, yeah, low on the list, but still happening. She can, that way she'll use her passive abilities for her staff attack without using up mana. Okay. Let's see if Alistair. So, Kaelin's gauntlets. That's better. Kaelin's breastplate. Also better. Okay. So he's going to be in Kaelin's gold armor now, mostly. Replace pretty much everything on him except for the shield. Grey Warden shield is better. So everybody's had some upgrades. Alright. Okay. This is a little different. Maybe it isn't. Let's see what happens when I go through. Yeah, okay. This is a little unusual. I don't remember this. This might be modded.
Sometimes.
Ooh, look at him fall over now.
Got him.
Push them back! Try not to look too incompetent. It's embarrassing.
Okay, over it is. Focus ogre, folks.
Let's be wary.
Okay, that's much better. I like that. That was... Look at that awesome move. It's a shame they don't have any moves like that for bows. They do for daggers, but you can't do a kill move like that with a bow. It's a bummer. This may be modded.
Very well.
No quarter shall be given. There is no glory in bloodshed.
Watch him fall.
I shall do it.
Yeah, this, I'm gonna say this is modded. I don't recall ever fighting through the Tower of Ashal again.
As you say.
Good lord, we saw an ogre at the bottom. Who knows what's at the top?
It is begun.
Or isn't there? Don't we jump down this big hole?
Down the hole.
Yeah, we jumped down the big hole. Okay, it's not modded.
I don't even want to imagine where that leads.
Yeah, we jumped down the hole.
There, more of the fiends ahead.
I shall do it.
So you can also we will have a better shot at combos by focusing attacks, bloody creature.
Very annoying. Make it brave. This. I never liked this part.
As you say.
Back. Defend yourself. No quarter shall be given.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a good synergy. We were doing okay before, now this is even better. Sometimes I have a little time remembering the alt settings. Okay.
I shall do it.
Most excellent. Don't give them the advantage.
It shall be done. As
You force our hand.
what manner of beast is this?
Best be wary. I never liked this part.
Down you go!
I'll try to be merciful. No glory! Let us do it quickly.
I think we work well together.
It shall be done. As you say.
Damn you!
Ogremancy.
As you
All
say.
right, battle it is then.
Giant headbutt. Duncan's sword and Duncan's dagger, so taken directly from his chest where they were buried.
Careful!
Right there!
Watch out!
The shambling corpses are new.
No fear.
Modded. That's
No
cool.
quarter shall be given.
I must. Very well.
Enough.
We must have victory.
Come and get it.
As you say.
All right, let's go!
Last of them.
It has been a long day. By the lines around your eyes, I dare say you look as old as I.
And if I may say so, milady, you appear to be getting younger by the day.
Be careful who you flirt with, young man. When you wake up beside me tomorrow morning, I'll be back to reminding you of your grandmother.
Beside you?
You heard what I said. It would not be the first time I woke to a younger man in my bed.
Are all women this evil and conniving when they grow old?
Just me, my dear. Just me.
Okay, so Liliana can also, she's a bard. She can also be a ranger. Why not? Let's give her, why not? Let's give her a wolf. Okay. Yeah, okay. It gets a little weird here. I think that's it. They're just ravens. You can't really do much about it. It's just ravens. I think we just go back in the hole. So, I think we got silverite. Yeah, let's see. Best person to look at for. So this is, I mean, just about everything here is for tanks. Cool. Kalen's helmet is better for him. Someone else can use the Helm of Honleith. It's very nice to have +2 to all attributes. So, I'll do that. Good. Okay. So we had some armor upgrades. I'm not really complaining about that. It's just I don't think this is doesn't really make sense to be able to return as a small party of 4 without being absolutely destroyed, according to the story. How am I supposed to go? Yeah, I'm there we go. Okay.
Alistair, are you all right?
Oh, they left him here to rot. We need to do something.
He's of royal blood and deserves a pyre.
He was a good man who hoped too much and died too young. He deserves what little honor we can afford to grant him.
Okay. So we got some major approval from those who came with me. Got some good gear. I believe we are done here. I think we hit all the main spots. Okay, so we've gone to Flemeth's, we went to Ostagar, Soldier's Peak. Alright, let me go to the party camp and see if there are any interactions. Otherwise, I think we're headed to Redcliffe. And I'm going to change some of our enchantments.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
I love you, Sandal. Okay, so... Marek's Blade. Alright. I'm going to give Marek's Blade some love. Grey Warden Shield is the same. Okay. Good. Let me try speaking to Alistair, and then other than that, we are going to head out to Redcliffe and get started there.
Here, look at this. Do you know what this is?
That's a rose.
I picked it in Lothering. I remember thinking, how could something so beautiful exist in a place with so much despair and ugliness? I probably should have left it alone, but I couldn't. The Darkspawn would come and their taint would just destroy it. So I've had it ever since.
That's a nice sentiment.
I thought that I might give it to you, actually. In a lot of ways, I think the same thing when I look at you.
Thank you, Alistair. That's a lovely thought.
I'm glad you like it. I was just thinking, here I am doing all this complaining, and you haven't exactly been having a good time of it yourself. You've had none of the good experience of being a Grey Warden since your joining. Not a word of thanks or congratulations. It's all been death and fighting and tragedy. I thought maybe I could say something. Tell you what a rare and wonderful thing you are to find amidst all this darkness.
I feel the same way about you.
I'm glad you like it. Now, if we could move right on past this awkward, embarrassing stage and get right to the steamy bits, I'd appreciate it.
Sounds good. Off with the armor then.
Ha ha. Bluff called. Damn, she saw right through me.
You're so cute when you're bashful.
I'll be standing over here until the blushing stops, just to be safe. You know how it is.
He's adorable. Okay. Hey, puppy. Yes. I love you. I love you so much. Pet you. Because you're amazing. Yes. Yes, you are. And you're stinky, and that's okay. Alright. I think there was also some equipment that the dog might be able to wear. Let me see. See if it's any better than what he has. Like this better. Nope, I like what he's already got. Okay. Let's see. Morgan, Robes of Possession. Yeah, those are better. They look exactly the same. Alright. I don't think there's anything majorly different for share. Oh, large flawless ice crystal. Okay, so we're good. Alright, we are going to start Redcliffe. I am not sure we can finish Redcliffe, but we'll start it. I mean, I'm sure we can finish Redcliffe, I'm just not sure if we're going to do it in one session. Okay, I'm bringing Shale.
Yes.
No. You know, I'm going to bring
Pigeon
Leliana.
crap.
Indeed.
I'm going to bring Leliana until we
Yes.
get her,
Yes.
random. Yeah, I don't really bring out Sten or Morgan or Zevron. And, oh no. Okay, so, Redcliffe. Oh, yeah, okay. This is her unlocking. Spirit Healer. New ability. Vessel.
Let's make this quick! There is no glory in bloodshed!
Oh, wow. And I'm down. Okay, let's see. Win. Okay, so Vessel, that is her specialty being unlocked.
It is begun. As you say.
So she lets you know that she is, technically, she's an abomination. She is
Let's
It
make
shall
this
be
quick!
done. As you say.
human possessed
It is
by a
begun.
spirit.
Now we can never like this part!
Except she is possessed by a spirit of benevolence.
That was interesting. And draining.
What was that? Did you summon the spirit?
I called forth the spirit that sustains me, so that it could lend us aid. I did not realize it would take this much out of me. It seemed a good idea at the time, if a little rash. I think it may have weakened the spirit a little.
That makes sense.
Anyway, I feel quite all right now, and it seems that my little trick could be useful in a pinch.
You know yourself best.
I promise I'll be careful. And thank you. Your concern is touching.
Okay. I don't see that she has her wisp up. I'm not really sure why. Self, any, activate spell wisp. Huh. or rock armor. Neither of those are up right now. Oh well. It's not really critical.
As you say.
So, win now as skills and spells and talents. Plot. Vessel of the Spirit. It's a sustained skill. Win disorients nearby enemies with a release of energy, restoring some health and mana and earning bonuses to spell powers and mana regeneration. However, once she deactivates the ability, she is stunned and suffers penalties to movement, attack, and defense. So, I can add that. So, win hero. Now, right now, let me see. I'm not sure I want her to be... Okay, Vessel of the Spirit. It's a sustained spell. Oh. Oh, okay. Let's see. So, I can tell her to... Let's see what happens if I just ask her to sustain self. Any? Vessel of the Spirit. Let's see what happens. Okay. So you see, Alistair also now has like a surrounding aura. Can't go that way. Oh. Here we go. Oh, sweetheart. You stuck? Okay, here we go. Okay, Redcliffe it is.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
What's on your mind?
I told you before how Al Eamon raised me, right? That my mother was a serving girl at the castle and he took me in. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
What? You don't think you might have told me this before?
How? When would I say that? Oh, by the way, King Marek had sex with a servant and she produced a bastard son. That's me. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
Does Logain know?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. At any rate, that's it. That's what I had to tell you. I thought you should know about it.
Are you sure? You're not hiding anything else?
Besides my unholy love of fine cheeses and a minor obsession with my hair, no, that's it. Just the prince thing.
You're the heir to the throne, then?
Let's hope not. I'm the son of a commoner and a Grey Warden to boot. It was made very clear to me early on that there was no room for me raising any rebellions or such nonsense. And that's fine by me. Now, if there's an heir to be found, it's Al Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. Though, If he's really as sick as we've heard... Oh, no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
As you command, my prince.
Oh, lovely. I'm going to regret this. Somehow I just know it.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
I'm on important business. I need to see Arl Eamon.
The Arl? Then you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
What are you talking about? Heard what?
We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying. We've no army to defend us, no Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead, and those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, Arl Eamon's brother, he's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainisfere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan, though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Tern Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
You don't believe Loghain's lies?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Cailan risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So, you are a Grey Warden as well? Is it possible we've met? You seem very familiar.
You may have known my father, Tern Kuzland.
Ah, yes, that's it, exactly. A pleasure to meet you indeed, though I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
I can help you drive them back.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
I'm on my way.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Okay, so you see that everyone approves. If you bring Morrigan, she disapproves.
Let us pray.
If you want to help people.
Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks
They're
his
gone,
forgiveness.
dear boy.
Blessed
Gone
art
on a
thou
long
who
trip.
seeks his
Founding of the Chantry. Cordelius Dracon, king of the city-state of Orleg, was a man of uncommon ambition. In the year 15 Ancient, the young king began construction of a great temple dedicated to the Maker, and declared that by its completion he would not only have united the warring city-states of the south, he would have brought Andrastian belief to the world. In 3 Ancient, the temple was completed. There, in its heart, Dracon knelt before the eternal flame of Andraste and was crowned ruler of the Empire of Orlais. His first act of emperor, to declare the Chantry as the established Andrastian religion of the Empire. It took 3 years and several hundred votes before Olessa of Montsimard was elected to lead the new Chantry. Upon her coronation as divine, she took the name Justinia, in honor of the disciple who recorded Andraste's songs. In that moment, the ancient era ended and the divine age began. From Ferelden, Folklore and History by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. Shriek. Scholars call these tall, lean darkspawn by Charlock, though they're more popularly known as shrieks because of the ear-splitting cries they emit in battle. Many tales exist of soldiers being unnerved by the sound of approaching shrieks, cloaked in darkness and never seen until the moment they strike. As horrors of the night, shrieks are renowned for their incredible speed and agility, as well as their stealth. They are the assassins of the Darkspawn, penetrating the enemy lines and striking their targets using long, jagged blades attached to their forearms to rip their opponents to shreds in seconds. They have been known to employ poison, often drawn from their own blood, and have demonstrated cunning group tactics when attacked in numbers. Giant Spider. They tend to appear in old ruins and other places where the veil has become thin because of magical disturbances or a great number of deaths. In such places, spirits and demons pass into the world of the living and attempt to take control over living beings, spiders among them. Not all scholars accept this explanation for the presence of these beasts. Some claim that the thinning veil allows magic to leak from the Fade, tainting such creatures as these spiders to transform into larger and more potent creatures than they ever would become naturally. While such spiders are known to possess powerful poisons and the ability to fling their webs at opponents in combat, studies of them have been few and the full range of their abilities are unknown. Corrupted spiders are giant arachnids that originally grew in the depths of the deep roads, feeding on numerous species of large bats. When the deep roads were lost to the Darkspawn, they began to feed on the numerous genlocks, and their numbers grew exponentially, as did their size. The Darkspawn taint has become a permanent part of the system, passed on to their progeny. This has the effect of increasing their size abnormally as well as their aggressiveness. Some corrupted spiders have made their lairs in surface forests. Most remain underground, close to their blight-tainted meals. The Magister's Shield. On the very day that the final stone was set into place in the Grand Cathedral of Orlais, Archon Vespasian was assassinated. For 3 days every Magister Lord of the Imperium lived behind a wall of armored guards. When his successor, Hadarius, was finally named Archon, the first enchanter of the Circle of Minrathous presented him with a gift, a silvery, unadorned chain made from pure lyrium. Enchantments had been worked into the links of the chain, so that donning this necklace was like holding up a shield. Blows struck at the wearer glanced harmlessly away. Unfortunately, Hadarius found that the shield did not protect him against poison nearly so well. The Fraternity of Enchanters. Another aspect of circle life is the fraternity. When a mage becomes an enchanter, he may ally himself with a fraternity. These are cliques that cross circle boundaries, mages of common interest, goals who band together to ensure that their voice is heard within the College of Magi in Cumberland, the largest fraternities currently are, the Loyalists, who advocate loyalty and obedience to the Chantry, the Equitarians, who advocate temperance and follow a distinct code of conduct which they believe all mages should hold themselves to, the Libertarians, a growing fraternity, publicly maintaining greater power for the circles, but secretly advocating a complete split from the Chantry, a dangerous opinion, naturally. The Isolationists, a small group that advocates withdrawing to remote territories in order to avoid conflicts with the general populace. The Lucretians, who maintain that the circle must do what is profitable first and foremost. They prioritize the accumulation of wealth, with the gaining of political influence a close second. So far, an alliance between the Loyalists and Equitarians has prevented the Libertarians from getting much headway But there are signs that the Equitarians may throw their support in with the Libertarians. If that happens, many mages predict it will come to civil war among the circles. From the Circle of Magi. A History by First Enchanter Josephus. The Fade. Study of the Fade is as old as humankind. For so long as men have dreamed, we have walked its twisting paths, sometimes catching a glimpse of the city at its heart, always as close as our own thoughts, but impossibly separated from our world. The Tevinter Imperium once spent vast fortunes of gold, lyrium, and human slaves in an effort to map the terrain of the Fade, an ultimately futile endeavor. Although portions of it belong to powerful spirits, all of the Fade is in constant flux. The Imperium succeeded in finding the disparate and ever-shifting realms of a dozen demon lords, as well as cataloging a few hundred types of spirits before they were forced to abandon the project. The relationship of dreamers to the Fade is complex, even when entering the Fade through the use of lyrium. Mortals are not able to control or affect it. The spirits who dwell there, however, can, and as the Chantry teaches us, the great flaw of the spirits is that they have neither imagination nor ambition. They create what they see through their sleeping visitors, building elaborate copies of our cities, people, and events, which, like the reflections in a mirror, ultimately lack context or life of their own. Even the most powerful demons merely plagiarize the worst thoughts and fears of mortals, and build their realms with no other ambition than to taste life. From Tranquility on the Role of the Fade in Human Culture by First Enchanter Josephus. Mana and the Use of Magic. Mana is that which defines a mage. It is potential that dwells within a person, but does not always manifest itself. All men are connected to the Fade. We go there to dream, but only those with this potential may draw upon its power. Mana is, then, a measurement of one's ability to draw power from the Fade, and it is this power that is expended in magic. As in all other things, it has limits. Just as a man has a strength to lift only so much weight, and no more, a mage cannot work more magic at one time than his mana allows. If they wish to work magic that would be beyond their strength, a mage must bolster their magic with lyrium. Without lyrium, it is possible for the reckless to expend their own life force in the working of magic, and occasionally ambitious apprentices injure or even kill themselves by overexertion. From the Lectures of First Enchanter Wenceslas. Okay. Still yellow, but I don't see anything blinking. Okay. Oh, there's more. Beyond the Veil, Spirits and Demons. It is challenging enough for the casual observer to tell the difference between the Fade and the creatures that live within it, let alone between one type of spirit and another. In truth, there is little that distinguishes them, even for the most astute mages, since spirits are not physical entities and are therefore not restricted to recognizable forms, or even having a form at all. One can never tell for certain what is alive and what is merely part of the scenery. It is therefore advisable for the inexperienced researcher to greet all objects he encounters. Typically, we misuse the term spirit to refer only to the benign, or at least less malevolent, creatures of the Fade, but in truth all the denizens of the realm beyond the veil are spirits. As the Chant of Light notes, everything within the Fade is a mimicry of our world. Poor imitation, for the spirits do not remotely understand what they are copying. It is no surprise that much of the Fade appears like a manuscript translated from Tevinter into Orlesian and back again by drunken initiates. In general, spirits are not complex, or rather they are not complex as we understand such things. Each one seizes upon a single facet of human experience: rage, hunger, compassion, hope, etc. This one idea becomes their identity. Classify as demons those spirits who identify themselves with darker human emotions and ideas. The most common and weakest form of demon one encounters in the Fade is the Rage Demon. They are much like perpetually boiling kettles, for they exist only to vent hatred, but rarely have an object to hate. Somewhat above those are the Hunger Demons, who do little but eat or attempt to eat everything they encounter, including other demons. This is rarely successful. Then there are the Sloth Demons. These are the first intelligent creatures one typically finds in the Fade. They're dangerous only on those rare occasions that they can be induced to get up and do harm. Desire Demons are more clever and far more powerful, using all forms of bribery to induce mortals into their realms. wealth, love, vengeance, whatever lies closest to your heart. The most powerful demons yet encountered are the pride demons, perhaps because they, among all their kind, most resemble men. From Beyond the Veil, Spirit and Demon, by Enchanter Hydramel.
Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition.
Demonic possession. Why do demons seek to possess the living? History claims they're malevolent spirits, the first children of the Maker, angry at their Creator for turning from them and jealous of those creations he considered superior. They stare across the veil at the living and do not understand what they see. Yet they know they crave it. They desire life. They pull the living across the veil when they sleep, and prey on their psyche with nightmares. Whenever they can, they cross the veil into our world to possess it outright. We know that any demon will seek to possess a mage, and upon doing so will create an abomination. Most of the world does not know, however, that the strength of an abomination depends entirely on the power of the demon that possesses the mage. This is true, in fact, of all possessed creatures. One demon is not the same as any other. Demons can, for instance, be classified. Enchanter Brahm's categorization of demons into that portion of the psyche they primarily prey upon is held since the Tower Age. According to Brahm, the weakest and most common of demons are those of rage. They are the least intelligent and most prone to violent outbursts against anything living. They expend their energies quickly, the most powerful of them exhibiting great strength and occasionally the ability to generate fire. Next are the demons of hunger. In a living host they become cannibals and vampires, and within the dead they feed upon the living. They are the powers of draining, both of life force and of mana. Next are the demons of sloth, first on Brahm's scale that are capable of true intelligence. In its true form this demon is known as a shade, a thing which is nearly indistinct and invisible, for such is sloth's nature, hides and stalks unaware, and when confronted it sows fatigue and apathy. Demons of desire are among the most powerful, and are the ones most likely to seek out the living and actively trick them into a deal. These demons will exploit anything that can be coveted, wealth, power, lust, and they will always end up getting far more than they give. A desire demon's province is that of illusions and mind control. Strongest of all demons are those of pride. They're the most feared creatures to loose upon the world. Masters of magic and in possession of vast intellect, they are true schemers. It is they who seek most strongly to possess mages, and will bring other demons across the veil in numbers to achieve their own ends, although what they might be has never been discovered. A greater pride demon, brought across the veil, would threaten the entire world. From the Maker's First Children by Bader, Senior Enchanter of Oswick, 812 Blessed.
Yes?
Would someone like to handle this for me?
I'm sorry, but your husband has fallen in battle. You have my condolences.
I feared this day would come. You're a Grey Warden, right? Were you in Ostagar? In the Korkari Wilds? My husband and son went there to bring the chant of light to the chastened, but I haven't heard from them since.
Are you Jeddah?
I am. You've heard of me?
I have something from your husband.
Oh? Oh, his lockbox. If you're bringing me this... Oh no, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for bringing this to me. It means a lot too. Maker's blessings upon you.
Sorry, am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
Are you all right? Why are you crying?
Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere.
How terrible, you poor thing. I wish there was something we could do to help.
And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Don't worry, I'll look for him.
You will? Thank you so much. Please find him. I'm so scared, Father. What are we going to do?
Silence, girl. Do you want the children to hear you?
But night is coming. The monsters will return and we sit here and wait for them.
Okay.
We have no choice. We must pray and hope for the Maker's compassion.
Okay. Okay. Theda's calendar. For most good folk, the details of our calendar have little purpose. It is useful only for telling them when the summer day festival will be held, when the snows are expected to begin, and when the harvest must be complete. The naming of the years are a matter for historians and tacksmen, and few, if pressed, could ever tell you the reasons that our current age is named after dragons. It is 930 Dragon Age, the 30th year of the 9th age since the crowning of the Chanter's first divine. Each age is exactly 100 years, with the next age's name chosen in the 99th year. Scholars in Val Royeaux advise the chantry of portents seen in the 99th year, and the chantry authorities pore over the research for months before the divine announces the name of the imminent age. The name is said to be an omen of what is to come, of what the people of Thedas will face for the next 100 years. The current age was not meant to be the Dragon Age. Throughout the last months of the Blessed Age, the chantry was preparing to declare the Sun Age, named for the symbol of the Orlesian Empire, which at that time sprawled over much of the south of Thedas and controlled both Ferelden and what is now Navarra. It was to be a celebration of Orlesian imperial glory. But as the rebellion in Ferelden reached a head and the Battle of River Dane was about to begin, a peculiar event occurred. A rampage, the rising of a dreaded high dragon. Dragons had been thought practically extinct since the days of the Navarran dragon hunts, and they say that to see the great beast rise from the frostbacks was both majestic and terrifying. As the rampage began and the high dragon decimated the countryside in its search for food, the elderly divine Faustine II abruptly declared the Dragon Age. Some say the divine was declaring support for Orlais in the battle against Ferelden, since the dragon is an element of the Dufayel family heraldry of King Maegrin, so-called usurper king of Ferelden. Be that as it may, the high dragon's rampage turned toward the Arlesian side of the Frostback Mountains, killing hundreds and sending thousands more fleeing to the northern coast. The Ferelden rebels won the Battle of River Dane, ultimately securing their independence. Many thus think that the Dragon Age will come to represent a time of violent and dramatic change for all of Thedas. It remains to be seen. From the Studious Theologian, by Brother Janet TV, Chantry Scholar, 925 Dragon. Okay. There is...
Do you think it's something in the water?
Oh, okay, there will eventually be a chantry board here. There isn't one now. We're gonna...
Still no sign of them coming back from the castle, Murdoch.
Tell them to maintain watch. I don't want a surprise attack before the sun goes down.
Yes, sir. What should we do until then?
Pray, and hope for a miracle.
Murdoch is voiced by Robin Sachs, a voice actor whom I adore. He played Ethan Rayne in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and he also does the voice of Saeed in Mass Effect.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I didn't think they made women Grey Wardens.
I don't think Darkspawn care who kills them.
If you hadn't noticed, there aren't Darkspawn around these parts. Not yet, anyway. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
Have faith, good man. We will defeat this evil together.
I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
So as you can tell, this was probably recorded in different sessions. One is just his regular normal voice, and the other is very gravelly, and they don't really keep track of it being consistent. Why does Owen refuse to talk to you?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
Is there anything else you need?
We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwin in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
Tell me about Dwin.
He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out. Right. Let's hope we see morning.
This is Dwin's home. So, if you recall, the person at that Sten threatened outside Orzammar said Dwin had the sword.
As you say.
The door is locked and looks as if it's been recently repaired. Knock on the door. There is no response. Lockpicking. Pick the lock on the door. Definitely pick the lock on the door.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
I'm looking for a Kunari sword that you bought.
You broke into my house for that? It must be worth something to you then.
Intimidate. The owner is a very large, angry friend of mine.
Since he's not here, I don't see how that's my problem. I'll let it go for 6 sovereigns. The number's got a nice sound to it, don't you think?
All right, I'll pay it.
That wasn't so bad, was it? Now, why don't you take your sword and leave?
Murdoch says he needs you for the militia.
So what? You're recruiting for him? I'll tell you what I told Murdoch. I'm not risking my neck for this town.
Either die out there, or here and now.
So, that's what it comes down to, huh? Fine. I'll go, if you want me out there so badly.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this because of you. Go tell Murdoch he won. And I better see you out there in the square when those creatures come.
Okay, so we got Sten his sword.
Very well.
Need a key, but yeah, I don't remember if I ever got it. Or I don't know. It may be that Dwin that he has to die to get it. I don't know. Tattered shopping list. Sugar, wheat flour, fillet knife, ginger for grandpa's flatulence, ink, cod liver oil, dried mushrooms, rouge, oleagen. Also remember to ask if more beeswax will be available soon. There's lamp oil in these barrels.
As you say.
Okay, I'm going to turn off that ability for Wynne. She just keeps getting stunned and getting left behind, and that seems dangerous. Just disable that. Okay, went in that door. Okay. There we go. This door. The Legend of Calenhad, Chapter 1. Prior to the crowning of King Calenhad, Ferelden was little more than a collection of independent Arlings and Terners that warred on each other constantly over petty matters. Calenhad was born in 510 Exalted as the third son of a high-ever merchant on hard times. He was eventually sent to a distant cousin, a poor young knight named Sir Ferranin, who made Calenhad his squire and dog-handler. As the tale goes, Sir Ferranin and his squire became caught up in one of the wars of unity at the time. Arl Murden was a strong but generally disliked man who was making a bid for kingship. Ferranin's own lord, a young fool of an earl named Tenedor, no older than Calenhad, was besieged by Myrddin's forces at his castle, today known as Westhill. When Myrddin called Tenedor out to parley, the young Arl asked for a volunteer from among the squires, someone who could masquerade as Tenedor in the parley party. Calenhad kneeled before Tenedor and asked for the honour. Much to Tenedor and Sir Ferranin's dismay, Calenhad immediately identified himself to Arl Murden. When asked by the Jarl while he was here, Calenhad explained that he had been asked to take the place of his lord. The Jarl said that he had planned to kill Tenedor. Was Calenhad willing to die in his lord's place as well? Calenhad impressed Myrddin and his allies by saying he was. Myrddin offered Calenhad a place as his own squire, but Calenhad refused, stating that if Myrddin had planned on betraying the right of parley, he was no man of honour. Myrddin's allies laughed at that, and Myrddin himself conceded that Calenhad had a point. He allowed Calenhad to return to the castle safely, and launched his final assault. During the assault, both Tenedor and Ferranin were killed, but Calenhad found himself in one-on-one combat with Arl Myrddin in front of all of Myrddin's allies. Calenhad defeated the Jarl and commanded he call off his armies. The Jarl asked Calenhad who he professed to serve now, if both his knight and his lord were dead, to which Calenhad replied that he would do as his honour bade him, for he had nothing else. "You are not a man known for your honour," Calenhad said, "but I believe you wish to be. You allowed me to live once, and so now I do the same for you. Perhaps if more of our people lived by honour, we would learn to trust each other long enough to live together." With that, Calenhad withdrew his sword. "I am humbled by your words," Arl Murden told Calenhad, dropping to one knee. To his allies he shouted that he now knew he would never be king, but he knew who should be. With that, Myrddin pledged allegiance to Calenhad, whom he named Tern, and ruler of Tenedor's lands. From the Legend of Calenhad by Brother Heron, Chantry Scribe, 810 Blessed. When you approach the dresser, something moves inside. You hear a short, surprised intake of breath, and then silence. "Hello? Is someone in there?"
Go away. This isn't your home.
Young man, come out this instant.
Yes, ma'am. All right. I came out. You won't hurt me, will you? I'll go back to the Chantry if you really want.
First tell me what you're doing in there.
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Are you sure? Maybe I could help you.
You could. All right, I guess. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was Grandfather's, and Grandfather was a great dragon slayer. I thought, if I was brave like Grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took Mother.
Where is this sword now?
In the chest. In Mother's room. Father gave me a key, but I'm not supposed to give it to anyone.
But I could use that sword to help the village.
I guess you're right. I should help defend the village, shouldn't I? Father would have if he were here. Oh, all right. Here's the key. I hope you use it to kill a lot of those bad people. I should go back to the chantry. Good luck.
Okay, the green blade. Cautionary tales for the adventurous. It was then that he realized he wasn't alone. The abandoned camp in front of him was unbelievably welcoming, like a mirage. The fire felt like a warm hand grabbing his heart. It reminded him of a previous life, so long ago, when he was happy, running on the sunflower fields with his boy, sun on his face, laying next to the fireplace with his beautiful wife in his arms. He felt a sharp pain in his heart. His thoughts shifted to that fateful day when everything changed. Blood was everywhere. He held the body of his dead wife in his arms. Around him the ashes of his burned house fell like snow. The stench was terrible. It smelled like dark spawn. He grabbed his axe, touched the icy cold hand of his boy, and left. He would kill them. He would kill them all. The pain in his heart was unbearable. He opened his eyes and saw the second most terrifying thing he would see in his life. A shadowy wraith leaning over him, leeching his life away. Around him the camp was gone, replaced by something familiar, almost peaceful. Bones, death, and despair. He wondered if all his life had been an illusion, if he'd ever had a family. For a brief moment he felt relief. You can't lose something you've never had, but being this close to death brought clarity. He knew it was real. Everything else was the illusion. He could see a smile on his torn face. He had been waiting for this moment for a long, long time. He lifted his weak arms, grasped the demon's face, and kissed it. It felt like kissing a cloud made of sand and dust. Suddenly, all sorrow left him, and with it, the last bit of life he had. Before his limp body hit the ground, it was all over. He was finally free. From Cautionary Tales for the Adventurous by Brother Ramos of De Leon, 794 Storm.
It is because
Well, he should. Because you're a good-for-nothing...
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
Is this Owen the blacksmith? I need to speak with you.
Huh? Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
Prefer not to speak through a door. Can I come in?
All right, all right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
Maker's breath. What is that smell? It's like someone set a brewery on fire.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
My name is Alyssa, Grey Warden, helping Ben Tegan.
A Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds. Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
Why have you locked yourself in the smithy?
My girl, Velena, is one of the Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone.
I will rescue your daughter.
It'd do me the world of good to think maybe someone like you could go in and find her. Provided any of us live through the night.
I'll do my best. And what about the militia? They need your help.
If you look for Velena, I'll reopen the smithy and make some repairs for the militia. I can do that much.
I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either. I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
I promise you I'll find her.
We will do our best. Please believe us, friend.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least. Right then. It seems I have some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me. Hey, I see you found my hiding place. I stuck some old equipment in there before Murdoch could get his hands on it. I don't think there's anything you'll need in there, but it's hard to say. I was in a bit of a rush when I filled it up.
Couldn't the militia use this?
Not if I'm going to repair the equipment they have. That stuff is old anyhow. Yeah, let me open it for you. I have the key.
Okay. Well, my inventory is going to determine my capability as of now. There's a lot still to do here, but I need to go clear my inventory out, and then we'll meet back here and continue to fight for Redcliffe. Thanks for joining me.